So right here in Hebrews 11:23, it says, "It was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that God had given them an unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's commands." Thinking about Moses' story, God asked Moses' parents to hide him from the king. Then they put him in the river, right? His mom and his sister put him in the river, and Pharaoh's daughter found him. In Moses' mind, he was rejected by his parents when he finds out that he's not actually Egyptian and that he has different parents. He automatically, I'm sure, felt rejected and abandoned. But it was because he was special that they had to let him go. It was because he was special. It was because he had a call in his life that everything had to happen the way that it did. The enemy wants to sit here and use every single little thing that's happened to us in our lives to try to make us feel unworthy, to try to make us feel beyond repair, to try to shame us, to try to make us feel bad about ourselves. But the truth is that when you have a call on your life, God, everything is purposeful. Everything that happens, there's a reason for it all. I believe there's a reason for everything that happens in everybody's life. But it's just like the reason that they let him go and they had to get him, into the river and out of their family was, first of all, for his own safety, and second of all, to set him up for his calling. To set him up for his calling. It says it was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that God had given them an unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's commands. It was by faith, again, that Moses, when he grew up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin. I was just thinking about that. I guess it doesn't really go into verse 24 much, but it is in verse 23 that says it was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born because they saw that God had given them an unusual child. So when I read that, I just automatically, I was actually picturing, these people putting this little baby into the river and how Moses might have felt later on. It's like, dang, my parents didn't even love me enough to keep me. They abandoned me. They rejected me. What was wrong with me? It's like, no, what was right with you? Not what was wrong with you, what was right with you. God was setting them up. God was setting them up.